Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Spill, where we spill and have fun. This is episode 4. I have with me a special guest, and I love her. We have been around. Okay, New York Fashion Week is where we met, as well as Savvy X magazine. If you guys don't know what that particular agency is. I don't think it's an agency, but if you don't know what it is, you can find it out here in Atlanta. So a little bit about herself. She's been modeling for 3 years, going on 4. Started out with print and transitioning to runway. She does both. She's also self-taught. She attended a few classes to advance her career skills in runway with the model coach Fania. She was our first guest. Okay. Been in over 30 fashion shows, walked in New York Fashion Week 2023, and 2024 will be going this year, if God willing. Okay. So she's been published in 4 magazines and 2 recent articles, Voyage ATL, which I'm trying to get in, and shout out ATL, nominated for ATL's Hottest Model 2024. She's a vlogger, content creator, motivational speaker, mental health awareness advocate, among many other things. Let's give a special applause for Salma. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. Oh, wow. That sounds really amazing.
Okay. Girl, I mean, those are your
Thank
accolades,
you for
girl.
having me. Oh
Thank
my
you for
God.
coming. Thank you for coming. Like, I'm so glad I was able to get you on this. I know, back when we were in New York, I discussed some things about podcasting and things of that nature. So how have you been? Let's do a mental check-in.
Oh my God, mental check-ins are important.
They are.
I have been amazing. Obviously, sometimes I overbook myself and I get drained.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's part of life,
It is.
You just gotta find what works for you and then just stick to that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out 2024.
2025. Let's put us in 2025. She's trying to put us back. Maybe we need to be back because people in the office that shouldn't be there.
Stop.
Yes.
No, I feel you though.
Yes. So I was gonna check in mental.
Exactly. No, but I'm doing really good. I'm trying to obviously lay things out. I don't like to be one of those people who has like a New Year's resolution because I feel like you just start whenever. Yeah. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year. But I just want to have like more like goals this year. So that's what I'm laying out right now.
Okay.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks for asking. I've been trying to get myself together and also not overbooking myself with work, trying to do this podcast, trying to travel for, modeling, trying to go to school, trying to be a phenomenal brother, just an all around good human, because if you can't be a good human, I feel like you're just on this earth wasting time and you're taking up space for someone who should have made it to this earth.
Right, to be a good human.
To be a good human. We need more good humans around here. So, emotionally, I am all over the place. I can say that it's just like if you throw paint randomly at a wall, it just splatters, right? So that is my emotions right now. Just there, yes. But it's not like contained.
Yeah, but guess what? That's good. At least you're letting it out.
Yes, I am. So, what's the tea on what you have been going on in the modeling industry? Let's start there.
Modeling, my favorite thing to do, guys. I love modeling. Like, it's my life.
She's been modeling for a long time, guys.
What's been going on? I have a show coming up this Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Actually, one of my friends put me on, guys. Make connections. Connections is the way to go. One of my friends just invited me. She was like, my designer is looking for one more model and I think you'd be perfect for it. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, okay. Showed up to the fitting. Love my outfit. It's I'm doing 2 shows actually by 2 friends who put me on to 2 different shows. So that's really what I'm working on right now. Okay. I have rehearsals in 2 days and the show coming up is like more like a Valentine's themed show.
I love it.
Because it's Valentine's season. Are you
in
love? I'm in love.
I'm in
love with modeling.
I wish I had that significant other to share Valentine's Day with. But it's not here right now.
You can do it with friends. It doesn't have to
Galentine's is also lovely, but I had that last year. I had a Valentine's event last year. Put a lot of money in it. We had a good turnout, but this year I don't know why I forgot about Valentine's Day this year.
It did come by so quick.
I was not ready this year. Yeah,
That's
I was
so
not.
weird.
It's like Friday, I think.
I'm not ready either.
So I'm glad that you said, what you said about modeling. Do you think it's like a little easier for people of your size and you being a woman, easier to navigate the space here in Atlanta in the modeling industry?
Atlanta is crazy. I would say as a woman, I wouldn't say it has anything to do with gender, if I'm being honest. Because in a lot of things that I do, they need a lot more men models. So I feel like it might be a little harder for the women because it's a lot more women out here who are doing the same thing. But when it comes to size, yes, I do think that a lot of designers are still stuck in the way of, I want this small, size 0. They want
to 6.
Barely anything on your body. Like they just want you to look a certain way. And then when it comes to the height, don't get me started with that height.
Oh my goodness.
Get me started with that height. And I respect everyone. Like you can have your own preferences. Like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But just make it known ahead of time. Because they will have castings out here in Atlanta and they'll say we're open to all sizes and everything.
And when you get there, it's not even giving.
Like, I only make clothes for this size or this gender or this height.
Clothing doesn't even have a gender.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, is that your customer base? Is that all the customers you get? Just, But you know what? I'm not going to dwell on that too hard because there's a lot of people out here you can work with.
Yes, but I'm still trying to find them, Yeah. Still trying to find them because for a person like myself, Luciera once told me last year at this model convention, and Luciera, for those you don't know, she is a 90s supermodel. She's the one to put Kendall Jenner where she is right now. That Kendall Jenner, yes. So, she told me that it would be confusing in the modeling industry for myself.
Yeah.
That's why they look at feminine presenting and masculine presenting. For me, I can put male on my application, but they'll look at me as a female because I'm feminine presenting. So I will fall into that category. I can't say, I can walk in heels and I can walk in hard bottoms. Guys and girls, if y'all can do that, that's cool. But realistically, they don't want that. You're confusing to them. And they'd rather go with someone who's very simple instead of confusing. Girl, I learned a lot with Blake Martin and Diva Devana.
Wait, so what would you, specifically, what would you do then? Like when you're applying, would you just pick and choose what you want to go with?
Yeah, I always put female because simply I'm feminine presenting. Yeah. I'm not masculine presenting. Exactly. So a little story, I did go to New York Fashion Week this past weekend. I flew out there on Monday to try out for Runway 7.
Okay.
Runway 7. The line was
around wrapped, right?
I mean, it was wrapped. I feel like it was like wrapped like 10 times almost. But against all those models, I walked some of the models up under the floor. Like, sorry, y'all, but I did. I walked some of y'all on the floor. Ultimately, I didn't get chosen, which is okay. I looked at the models that they chose, and most of them are a stereotypical model.
For New York.
Yes, like, they don't have that much meat on their bones, but they do. Some of them do have meat on their bones, but it's just like,
just a drop.
Yeah. And I feel like they don't know where to place me while my runway skills is that, that itch. Yeah. That bitch, excuse me.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, that bitch.
You are a coach.
Yeah. So, and I also will be, in the near future, be putting on a whole schedule for people to sign up for modeling classes. Somebody pushed me to do it. They're just like, hey, you should go ahead and do it. Like, why are you I thought you was going to do,
and you have
modeling
a
coaching classes.
For that too.
Yeah, I like doing that, So, we'll probably hear about it by March.
Okay.
So yeah, I went up there and then I also tried out for 2 other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at their setup. It's very, very modern. And the other one's very much so, okay, like this is very nice. But I'm looking at the runway models. No. Shit. Most of the models who's on the runway is shit. And no, I'm not bitter because I didn't get chosen. I'm okay with all the doors that close. There's always going to be a yes somewhere soon. And that yes may be your big break. You never know. So keep that in mind. So yeah, that's why I asked you, do you think it is? And I also asked Fania this question. Does she think that it is a more woman dominated or male dominated in Atlanta? And do you think they are professional or they're still stuck in that urban?
Okay, so I'll answer that. So I will say it is a women dominated for sure, because I feel like it's just modeling anywhere though. It's not just in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It is a lot of women, like, well, a lot of fashion shows, some fashion shows don't even have men in them.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, what's going on? But yes, it is a female dominated industry. A lot of men they think modeling is for certain people. Like those they literally are stereotypical when it's like modeling is for everybody.
Yeah.
But I guess you just have to be comfortable with who you are.
Yes, because some of them will be drop dead. I'm like, sir, if you don't model, I would model for you. Okay, I would take your body and model for you.
Give me your face and your body and your skin and everything.
I don't understand. Especially if you're an
athlete.
athlete, like if you were like a runner.
Yeah.
But you can't be a dancer. Don't be a dancer because if you're a dancer, it's going to be hard for you to transition to modeling because the way you point your toes and of this nature.
You can do it. Don't get me wrong.
It's hard.
Don't get discouraged. Okay, you can do it. But it will be a little, you'll always just easily just think that it's the same thing.
Right.
When it's different a little bit, you know. But then is it urban or professional? I would not say it's professional in Atlanta. I'm so sorry, Atlanta.
It's not real. Atlanta's not real.
Atlanta, but when it comes to modeling, we are getting there slowly. Some productions are getting there, like Golden Runway. Oh my God. They are so professional. Have you heard of Golden Runway?
I haven't. I can't say that I have. I haven't.
Yes. There's some productions that are just so professional that make you feel like, yes, I'm doing the standard of New York Fashion Week, but not the regular New York Fashion Week because there's some New York Fashion Week shows that are just shows that people just want to have just to say that I did it.
I was in New York because I have a show in New York. It's a New York Fashion Week show.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's like, you know who's who in New York. If you see other models, like those top models or those supermodels, and you're a part of that, okay.
Yeah.
Then you just may be in New York Fashion Week.
Exactly.
But Atlanta Fashion Week is coming up. I just don't know. I always miss it because they never promote it. They never promote it. But I follow Bloomingdale. They are like, I feel like they are the sponsor of it because they have been all over the like plaster everywhere. Like,
oh really?
Yeah. Okay. So I follow Bloomingdale for the most part.
I follow them too.
Yes. I think they are like the sponsor, the whole sponsors for everything because they have a whole team, like a whole team that I've seen. They made it in 2022. So I think those same people are still on it. I call it a board. That's what it is. They have a whole board about it.
Speaking of teams.
Yes,
I got a question for you. Do you think you can make it as an individual in modeling or do you need a team to make it as a model?
As a model, I feel that it depends on where you want to go. But I would say if you want to go far, you go with a team. If you want to go fast, you go alone.
Oh, fast is alone, far.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh.
But
you want to break that down for us?
So if you go fast, look who's interviewing who, y'all.
No, stop.
No, you're okay.
just a good question.
No, so if you're going alone, you're going fast. You don't have to wait on anyone. You have to do this, you have to do that. You can always have book this, and book that. You're going straight to that point and you're taking all these pictures and everything. But in that process, what are you learning? Who's trying to teach you? Who's there? They're all yes men because they're there for money. They're just getting their money, doing your face, putting your clothes on, styling you, photographing you, and going on about their business. Now, if you have a whole team, that team can be your everything. It could be your therapist. It could be your listening ear. It can be your advice giver, other than just I'm your makeup artist, I'm your stylist, I'm your hairdresser. Like, I feel like that team can be phenomenal to you. You know, I mean, you do have bad apples like, I'm just here for the ride, you know, just trying to get myself there, even though I'm helping her, but on the side, I'm getting my stuff for her, which is okay, but it's how you go about it,
That's
you know?
true.
So I always think that it's good to go with a team. So, yes, girl.
I agree with that too, but it's hard to find the right team.
It is hard to find the right team, especially here in Atlanta.
Yes.
And I know, you know, all my girls who were in the same chat, I know we said we're gonna have a fashion show in October for breast cancer awareness because I did one in 2019. That's the last time I did it. I want to do it this year again. However, I'm still trying to build that team. The team is there. I feel like they said they would do it.
Mhm.
I think they said they would do it. We would be like a team. But we're so busy trying to break down the bylaws and say, okay, what are you? What's your role in this? What
Yeah.
even though that's important, but I feel like the biographies for all that or description of all that doesn't really matter at this point. Let's just put this together and we not fall where we fall, but we help out where we need to be helped out. It's also costs money. And a lot of people don't want to just, I put money in this. Oh, I put money in. If it's like 5 of us sitting at this table, I put my money in all 4 of y'all. So I have the last say. So, but I don't want it to be like that.
Exactly.
It's just like we all put money in. Let's collectively.
Let's make a group decision. Let's make something happen.
I feel like a lot of us would kill it if we were like a team.
Yeah.
Like when I say I'm all about professionalism when it comes to something like that, it is.
Because you got to know what to invest in and what not to. Because there's a lot of things out here, like in Atlanta, specifically, that will make you pay for certain productions, certain shows, certain things. And it's like, is it worth the investment? And then some things are worth the investment, but others not so much. Obviously, they're just there for the money. Like,
now, have you ever been scammed?
Oh my God, don't tell me about that.
How many times you been scammed?
More than 7, more than 10.
Did you pay money?
I did. I've lost a lot of money.
What?
Okay, so I've been scammed.
Was it on Backstage?
I've been No,
okay.
I have not actually been scammed on Backstage. I've been scammed through email. I've been scammed on Instagram. Guys, pay attention to the emails that send you messages saying that photo shoots will be in places that are close to your location. Anything that says that is a scam. I'm sorry. I've got more than, I don't know, 100 emails like that.
So you didn't go to a model call or anything? You just did a virtual?
I did apply because I am on a lot of different websites, like modeling websites, like Model Mayhem, Model Management. That's really when I started out.
You know what? Pause on that for real quick.
Yeah.
Model Mayhem?
I've booked a lot of jobs.
Model Mayhem? Listen, is this on? Model Mayhem? Let me tell you, that's performance modeling. It's performance modeling. Now, while you won't see that on a professional runway like a Victoria's Secret or Versace or, things of that nature, but y'all can definitely try out for Fenty. All that what you guys are doing, that's what they like. For real.
They like Boudoir.
They like
Is that how they say it? Boudoir?
I don't know.
Boudoir.
Oh.
I can't pronounce it. Oops.
It's okay. Look it up. What do you mean, Demure?
No, Boudoir.
Oh, Boudoir.
Like,
I don't know what that word is.
like lingerie, but like the other, like classy
You
version
teaching me a
of
word, girl. I didn't know
Boudoir.
it.
I don't know. That's what they say on the
y'all, let us know, girl, on the comments, okay? So I would say that they are eating this shit up. And every time I see them like walking, I'm like, okay. A lot of spinning, a lot of dipping, But what I want them to get away from is those platform heels.
People wear those?
Yes, like there are platform. They have the platform like a very tall. Probably this. Platform, and the heel is very high. Yes, but that is so high. You're gonna end up destroying your legs in the long run and your ankles. I'm telling you, like they walk in those heels. Trust me, believe. But and if y'all want to be like real, like 100%, y'all are models at the end of the day. But at the same time, you're performative models. But if you really want to be in that modeling-esque space, those heels would not work for y'all unless the designer gave you those type of shoes and say, I need you to walk into these.
It's good to know how to walk in them, but
yeah,
they're not like the basic model heels that you need to have.
Yeah, trust me. They want you 3.5 inches or higher with a flat bottom.
You need to touch the ground.
You can have some. I think at the most they want you to have like a 1 inch thick.
Like, if I'm being honest, that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
I never have any inch on that.
I'm not gonna lie. And no block heels. Oh my God.
Oh
my God. I see
block heels are really cute for photo shoots. Don't get me wrong.
They are.
Just gather up all the heels you think are cute, have them in your in your closet space and stuff. But when you go to fashion shows, guys, take stilettos, please. And
now, what would you tell the girls and gays and thems And guys, what would you have in your model bag?
Oh,
Like,
model
what
bag.
are some essentials that you would have?
Okay.
Going to a photo shoot.
Photo shoot. Okay.
Yes.
Photo shoot. You know, model bags for photo shoots and for runways are different.
Yeah.
So photo shoot model bag, definitely always have a bunch of different heels. Obviously, have pasties for those who need pasties. Always have your same skin color undergarments. So black or brown or tan or nude, whatever it is that works for you. And always have a bunch of different change of clothes. Never just bring that outfit you're shooting in, please. Oh my God. That's the one mistake you'll make as a model.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go to a shoot with one outfit? Anyways, that's one thing.
I did it once, but I got a lot of good pictures out of it. I mean, a lot of those, I had a lot of good pictures out of it. But it's just like, I was doing it at last minute. So I'm just like, even right now, I have a photo shoot for this month on the 17th to be exact. And I have no idea what I'm going to wear.
Exactly. And then it doesn't hurt to have a bunch of different looks. Because then you can just have a bunch of stuff for your portfolio. And it's in the same shoot that you plan for one shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't have to pay for shoots all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the only way to avoid paying for shoots is by making connections, guys. That's another tip for y'all.
What's it called? FTP.
TF.
Is it
TFP?
TFP?
Yeah.
Time for pictures. Sorry. It's like FTP.
Yeah.
So yes, time for pictures. That is a big thing. But most people, they don't want to do that. They think their photographs look like, oh, I'm a photographer, so you got to pay. No, I don't. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm up on the caliber that you need to get to. So when we're like this, beginners, both of us beginners, yes. Time for pictures, TFP. Now, if I'm like here and you're down here, oh yes, either you're going to pay me or I'm going to get these pictures for free in the first place.
And then one thing I will say is if whoever reaches out needs to be more willing to pay. Because let's say a photographer reaches out to a model, you expect the model to ask, is this paid or is it TFP? And if the photographer says it's TFP, then the model can proceed and look through the page and decide, okay, this is something that will add to my vision, or I already have enough of what he has to offer.
Yeah.
I can just turn that down politely. Obviously, never be a nasty person when you're turning down.
Okay, because you never know who they know.
Yeah, you never know who they know. You never know what they can do for you. You never know what opportunities they can present to you. So I always say just be nice about everything. Communication. Always ask straight up. Never wait till you meet up with a photographer to be like, so what are we doing? TFP or are you paying me? What do you mean? You didn't have this conversation
that question right now.
Right
sir,
away.
Let me just...
Exactly.
So, okay, so pivoting on the subject, in today's economy, you know that there's so much that's going on right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about these executive orders that the man in the office are putting in place with the immigrants, LGBT, trans? He took off the T. You know, he thinks he took off the T, but
my thing is like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. I don't know if he'll come and get me from home in my bed and take me to jail. Is he's supposed to be in jail? Sorry. Anyways.
Yes, he's a felon. 34 counts.
Like, how many? Like, why
34 counts.
Y'all are the ones who make the rules, but y'all are the ones who don't even follow them, but want us to follow them. And if we don't, we get killed. See, how I feel about everything is F everything. I just don't think they should be doing things the way they are.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Do you feel that it could be possibly a civil war? Like a new age civil war?
We are literally going to war soon. I believe that
With
100%.
Canada.
Everybody.
No, well, quite as it kept on TikTok, you know, they censor us for so much.
You say with Canada?
Yeah, so right now Canada is gearing up for war with the United States, and allegedly. And I just heard this on TikTok, and that's what the girls and guys in Canada, that's what they're saying. It's like, you know, we're telling you guys in the U.S. right now, you know, because our prime minister would not bow down to your president. Now the president knows that our minerals and things of this nature are very important and they can't do without it. So they're trying to take it by force.
Wow.
I'm like, this is insane. And he also trying to go to war with, I think, Panama, because he's trying to change what they have going on down there.
My God, yeah, I heard.
Like, and he also pulled, I mean, for those girlies who don't need a little education moment, Canada is a part of NATO, okay? So anybody that country that's a part of NATO, if United States fight them, because we pulled out of the NATO because of that man in the office, if we fight them, they're gonna jump in. Like whoever would, if we fight Canada, the other countries are gonna jump in, y'all. United States are gonna get jumped, basically. So it's like, what do you do in these trying times? Eggs?
You can't just back up, because then people think they can run over you.
Yeah.
But then if you give in, then it's war now. Like we're in war. I don't know. Yeah. I cannot be a president because this is so much pressure.
It's so much pressure, girl. I couldn't even be a secretary of the state, honey.
I can't be part of the board.
I would be your secretary. I would put me in the cabinet. Give me a cabin. I want to be a cabin member, so you won't see much of me.
Make me pick out your outfit, sir.
Yes, just here is this for today. Here's a beautiful tie.
That's all. Because these decisions impact a lot of people in different ways.
Yes,
and people think, okay, because. One thing, I just watched this one podcast, and he was talking about people who don't react because it doesn't affect them. What's that word?
They don't react because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah, when something doesn't affect you personally or anyone close to you, you don't really do anything about it. You just are a bystander and you watch it happen.
I call that a plan C in the mental health field. We call that a plan C, where we just ignore the problem until it comes to us. Yeah. We revisit the problem later on.
A lot of people do that in our society. Because it's like, why? I'm not one of them. I try not to be one of them.
I'm not one of them, just let y'all know. I'm not.
But what I'm going to say is like, this is people's mentality. Why involve yourself when it's not affecting you? That's a lot of people. They turn a blind eye. They're like, okay, you know what? I know it's bad, but I'm just going to look the other way, like the whole war with the Palestine, everything. No one was reposting.
Right.
And I know like reposting probably doesn't do a lot, but it raises awareness.
But Palestine and Israel, they ceasefire and everything. They stopped going to war ever since Trump got in office.
Yeah, they did.
So, y'all know what? It's so much going on in this world that our eyes cannot see, but I cannot wait. And because that they want to get rid of TikTok, if they do get rid of it, there's always going to be another app that's going to come up.
I was about to say, because I'll create an app quick.
Not you know how to create apps.
No, because when TikTok was getting banned that night, it was getting banned.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I did not ways to make up apps.
I let that stay on my phone, because if you deleted it, you can't download it again.
I see that. People who didn't have it, don't have it anymore.
And then also if it's on your phone and you have your updates on, like if it randomly updates, it's going to mess up and you can't get on it. So you have to turn off that update yourself.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
Look at me looking for my phone like I was about to grab it.
You probably do need to do that. So, how is our relationships right now? Our relationship, like who would like our lovely person in our lives, personal. Yes, girl, I'll tell you we're gonna talk about it.
I don't like to talk about my relationships, but you know what, guys? I will share today. I am actually single. I've been single for almost 2 years now.
Okay.
I might possibly be getting back into a relationship. I'm not sure.
With the same person?
Yeah.
Oh. Has this always been a back and forth thing?
No. Well, it did. It was a back and forth thing when we were actually together.
I need you to give them advice too because girl, back and forth. Yes, because
back and forth, y'all. The only way back and forth will work is if you pray. And I feel like I'm not saying pray for it to work. You can pray to God to make what's for you be for you. Because if you try to force things, that's what I did. I tried to force things in the beginning of my relationship, and it just wasn't right because I wasn't ready. I just like what I want. I'm a Pisces, y'all. Like, I'm a little too passionate, and I'm also a little too ready to be done.
Aren't Pisces fish?
Yeah, we're a little everywhere. Yeah.
Just
we're the best sign in the world, guys.
Just floppy and disgusting. I'm just kidding.
We're not. Stop.
It's okay. I understand. So you are very girls. If you also but I feel that you are very personal and very secretive about your love life, which is fine. We're not going to bring that out, you know.
Think so?
I know so.
I love that. Oh my God. I love to be that person.
I know you do. I mean, sometimes you may be helping someone else on the other side of the screen, talking about, what's really going deep in there and what's going on and how to maneuver certain things, you know?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I don't push the envelope unless
No,
I need to.
understand. I
So
understand, yeah.
I don't know why
But
I did
definitely
that.
pray, guys. If you're religious, if
Pray.
you're not religious, I would say follow your gut, follow your instinct.
You know, women always have that women's intuition.
Yo, I'm now following everything that my instincts. Like, oh my God, they're everything.
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to tell you, like, I wish I had a woman's intuition.
Oh my God.
Up in my stomach, just got a feeling, you know? But it seems to help you out a lot. So also I want to get your take on certain individuals who are here in Atlanta. There's so many model coaches out here, right?
Mhm.
Everyone has their own niche.
That's true.
So if someone had asked you to be a model coach.
Sorry, this is random. Are your eyes blue?
No.
Gray?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. Sorry, keep going.
In my business. So if someone asked you to be a model coach and you felt like you need to be okay, I can do this because I feel like you can. How would you maneuver in that space? Like, would you feel like, oh my God, everybody's my competition. What am I doing wrong? Why I'm not doing this? What she's doing? Oh my God, that looks amazing what he's doing. And I want to do that as well. Oh my God. Like, it's just so much going
It is a lot.
on.
How would I maneuver?
Yes, how do you maneuver in that space?
Me personally, I don't try to ever compare myself to anybody because I have a great relationship with God. I'm sorry. I speak to him every single day.
I love
and
God.
I always pray. I pray for my right path. I pray for what's for me. Because what's not for you is just not for you. You can't force it. Even though you try, it's not going to work. Sorry, just letting you know. So what I'll do is just figure out what you like, what you want to give to the models, like what you want what's the word they say when you die? What's that? What's that word when you die and you leave something back? What's that thing?
Wait a minute.
Your legacy. There we go.
I was like, wait a minute, what I left behind? Because if I'm dead, I ain't got nothing.
You're over here thinking, I don't want to die anytime soon, so I'm not thinking that far. No, but let me tell you, like, you just want to have like you want people to remember you by something. So don't ever try to compare yourself, because if you try to take lessons from this person, they're going to remember and be like, oh, this looks like this person's work. You know, you want to be unique. So the only way you can be unique, and I say that with an accent, the only way you can be unique is just by not being anybody else and just finding what's for you. And if people see that you can be that coach, why are you doubting yourself? I mean, obviously there are going to be moments where you doubt yourself. That's with everything you do.
With everything.
Literally everything in life. But you always have to have your support system. Be self-confident. You have to go through your journey yourself. I'm sorry. You have to go through that journey. That self-love journey. You have to. Because if you don't have that,
you're going to be all over the place.
Always doubting yourself. What's that? Imposter syndrome? You don't
want that. It is
that.
imposter syndrome. I taught my kids about that.
I just read about that today. Sorry, I knew about it, but I refreshed my brain about it today.
Okay, look at you.
I have to throw that word out there.
A deep dive. I have an imposter syndrome.
Yeah, you don't need that in your life.
And do you feel like most people it's okay to be medicated? When you're stressed, you have anxiety all over the place when you're in this industry, because this industry can be really tough.
It is tough.
So what I mean by medicated,
I know what you mean.
And also alcohol.
I know what you mean. Me personally, I think that it takes the stress off, but I don't think that's the way to go, if I'm being honest. Like,
because you throw up on the runway,
it's never a good look. And if I'm being honest, I'm sorry if I say God too much, y'all. I love God, but pray about it. You'll calm your spirit down. If you're ever nervous about anything, I know it's easy to take a little quick shot before you get on the runway. I do that sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all.
I don't.
I do that sometimes, but it's not demure. It's not what you want people to remember you by. What if a designer is watching you in the corner? And they see you doing that? And they won't book you again.
You don't have any couth.
What if an agent is watching you? You never know who is watching, y'all. You always want to give off the best version of yourself. I'm not saying fake who you are, but just be professional. And that's not professional. Do that at home, okay?
And what about your emotions? Well, what about your personal life? Do you feel like it's okay to bring your personal life into...
It's not. Okay. Please don't ever do that.
I mean, some people can't leave their stuff at the door. They can't leave their luggage at the door, emotionally speaking.
One thing I'll say is that I'm not even going to say this because I love mental health awareness and I'm all about open up and say your feelings, but you just have to know who to say it to.
Yeah.
You can't just be out here just giving out your whole emotions to everybody, telling them about what's going on in your life 24/7. Like people care, but they don't.
They don't really.
They really just want to see the good. That's why social media, people only post the good. I'm sorry. Nobody posts them crying every day. Like we don't do that. You know? So I feel like you should know a time and place for everything. So like with the medications, like your medications, know a time and place. Emotions, know a time and place. Just know a time and place. Be professional with
Absolutely.
what you want to do.
I love professionalism. Also, sometimes I feel like I be overdoing professionalism too. I need to learn how to let my wig down. I don't wear wigs, guys. It's just a figure of speech. But no, I just honestly I need to learn how to let my hair down because I be like,
what is even that? What is over professional though?
Like professionalism is always changing.
Yeah,
so professional is different for everybody.
That is true.
But for me, it's just to the T. Like, are we here for this time? Here for this time? We need to do this at this time. Why are we behind when we started on time?
That's not wrong.
Right. Also, it's a lot to explain. So I said a whole time with this. So I know a lot. Well, in my segment, I like to talk about, it's Let's Spill. So one thing in your life that you experienced that you feel like you need to tell the world, it can be embarrassing, it can be funny, but it needs to be one of the two. Or it can be nasty. I like a little nasty.
Something that nobody knows that I'm going to let it spill today.
Girl.
You know what? I'll just say it because this is just the moment to say it.
If she say anything that has to deal with God, even though I love God, I'm like, that is not what I meant.
No, it's not that.
But God loves us all.
Well, God is part of it, but it's not just that. It's about a fashion show that I did.
Oh, she want to keep it fashion?
No, it's just general. But it was after a fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an after party
and
I got drunk. And I took a nap. But it was just a quick nap because I knew I had to get home.
Why would you take naps in front of people?
Oh, no. It wasn't in front of people. It was in my car.
Okay.
Nobody saw me.
Okay, real good.
But then I drove home because, I stay far away.
She's from far, far away like Shrek, guys.
I stay far. And then I decided to drive home. I know I wasn't drunk. I was just tired. But imagine drinking before... Obviously, it's still in your system somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then drive home. I got in a car accident. I almost died.
You got in a car accident? I almost
died. And this happened like
you was in a
4
hospital?
months ago. I didn't know.
How you almost died?
No. You know why? Because don't hate me. Because God protected me. He protected me and the person I hit. I hit somebody. I got in a car accident. I fell asleep. Because I was tired. I told you I was tired. I fell asleep driving back. So it wasn't because I was drunk, but the liquor probably played a part into it.
Probably.
So that's why I'm not leaving it out. Because I want to be honest. I drank that day and I went to sleep and I drove after.
So don't drink and drive.
Yeah, guys.
And if you're sleepy, pull to the side or, somebody's close, a friend that's close by. Go to their house and take a nap.
Because I was literally 15 minutes away. And then...
Most wrecks happen when you're close to your home.
No, I was 3 minutes away when it happened. Because I was 15 minutes away and I dozed off. I woke up and I texted my friend. I was like, I'm almost crashing because I'm sleeping. And then I kept driving instead of just pulling over. Because I was like, I'm only 15 minutes away.
See, that's sad juicy. That's real juicy.
But she did spill it. Juicy.
It's sad juicy. See, I thought she was going to be like,
no.
So let me tell you, lean in closer to the microphone.
No.
So let me tell you, this guy that I met, you know what I'm saying?
No, this is for y'all to stay alive, guys. Make sure you don't do what I did, okay?
Don't.
Please. Live and learn. Learn from me. Please. I would not be here today.
She wouldn't. So I'm not going to tell you.
No, I want you to tell me yours. Because I feel like you got something juicy.
What?
You got something juicy.
She said yos.
Yos.
I don't know what that means.
Yos.
Okay, so I don't have one that
Please.
I mean, I have plenty, but I just don't want to share it because it's not about me. It's about you. But for me, if you care, I have a stalker now. I was being nice because there's so much going on in this world, and you know, ICE is just snatching up people left and right. This guy was a Latino. I do have a thing for Latinos. Yes. So yes, but I was being nice. He DoorDashed me some stuff, and I came outside to get it, and he was very much so hesitant, like, here you go. I was like, thank you so much. And he was like, you're welcome. You're welcome.
He delivered it.
Yes. He said, you're welcome. And so I got back to my phone, and it's almost like a message on my phone. I'm like, what is happening? I looked at my messages on my phone. I'm like, okay, so who is this? And why is this person texting me? So it happened to be him. And he was like, I want to do delicious things to you. I want to be your partner. And I was like, what is delicious things? But I'm trying to call him like, sir, you know, this is not what it is, you know, and you're moving too fast for one.
Fast.
And he doesn't speak a lick of English. Only the basics, like thank you. And so I'm just like, I was trying to be nice and, you know, because so much is going on. Yeah. No, he used Google Translate. I was just talking my regular time. I was like, every time I text him, I was just like, I'm going to text him. But it was like, sir, I don't know what else to do. Yeah. So he would not leave me alone. He pulled up outside of my house later that night. And then 2 days later, he pulled us outside again and said, baby, why aren't you talking to me? That's scary. I took screenshots of both of my Ring cameras. That's so scary. I told my neighbor, let her know. I told my friends, like, y'all, if I come up missing, it's him, you know? But he's real cute and real tall. But at the same time, I can't do anything for you. And you can't do anything for me. So we have come to the last 5 minutes of our show. I don't know what I'm talking like this. So you can tell the people in this camera where they can find you and where to look out for you next, because I know you have a fashion show on Saturday.
Yes, I do, actually. So you guys can find me on Instagram at Salma, SALMA _NAIGA. So Salma _Naiga on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. If you look me up.
If you look you up. So you can also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or want us to read anything aloud or me to ask the guests any questions, y'all need to fill up my email box when it comes to this podcast. Let's spill now at gmail.com. That is let's spill now. 2 S's, guys. LETSSPILLNOW at gmail.com. And if you want to follow us on the social media side, you know, I got so many social media sites, y'all. So I really got to be like, I really have to be like, you know, what does it look like? So let's spill 24. So that's let's _spill 24, LETS _ SPILL 24. That's on our social media. Okay. So this concludes our show, Miss Salma. Yes. And I'm so happy and grateful that you came out to have a conversation with me, because this is not an interview, it's a conversation, right?
Really?
And I hope to see us doing amazing things in the future here in Atlanta, and we turning it up. Definitely. And I would also love to be partners outside of here, you know, building a whole team.
Let's
do
that. Oh my God, let's do that, because we were talking about it, so why not?
Yes.
And thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I feel honored to be invited to your podcast.
And now you can put on your resume that I've done a podcast.
For sure.
And you can also put the link on your, you know, your stuff now.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much. Until next time, guys. Peace.